Good to see you this Monday evening. I'm meteorologist Claire Fry here to start you off on your weather impact show, starting here locally. It's been quite the change just from over the weekend, where we had dreary conditions, lots of gray skies, and of course the isolated showers, of course, we had over the weekend too. We only were in the 60s both Saturday and Sunday. Highs today, we ended up crawling into the mid to upper 70s. So that is pretty nice. A big change with that sunshine coming out for sure. Averages typically are in the lower 70s, so a little bit actually above average for our highs today. As for us right now in Greensboro, you can see on the screen lower 70s, plenty of sunshine all across the board. A beautiful end to the day, especially after a dreary weekend. Temperatures currently across the map are in the upper 60s and lower 70s, 72 in Greensboro, 73 in Burlington and in Winston-Salem, as well as in Mount Airy. So we've been tracking this nor'easter that's been offshore now for the last 24 hours or so, but it really did bring a lot of impacts to our coastline, bringing in not only coastal flooding to Highway 12, as you've seen, but also that storm surge has caused some other problems with winds up to 40 to 50 miles per hour just over the weekend. And of course, this system is moving away from our coastline, taking away not only those showers, but also that cloud coverage that we had lingering over the weekend. Here in the Piedmont Triad, we are nice and we are dry. Maybe an isolated shower very late tonight, but most of us are going to stay nice and dry. And it's all due to the system that's pulling away. It may send a couple of clouds into the day on Tuesday, but we're going to be mainly nice and dry over the next several days. You can see we're starting to warm up. You saw that today, mid to upper 70s, and then into Tuesday and Wednesday, low to mid 70s. A couple of extra clouds, but for the most part, nice and dry. That's all ahead of a cold front that's going to start to move in by Wednesday night, and that in itself is going to cool us off into Thursday and into Friday. So what exactly is going on with Highway 12 right now? Well, this is currently a live look at what is going on. Cape Hatteras, or Hatteras Island, has actually opened as of 5 o'clock this evening for people to be able to drive on it. But you can still see a lot of overwash over toward the canal zone. And with those extra bits of sand and also that salt water, the dunes are also needing to be repaired as well. Over to Oregon Inlet, you can still see a lot of overwash too. So not all of Highway 12 has fully been restored. These next couple of days are going to continue to see some damage control. But I do know as of 5 o'clock this evening that Hatteras Island has been restored and is okay for driving. So that is some good news. We'll continue to bring you updates on that. Today we ended up in the 70s. In the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing very similar temperatures. Heading into the night tonight, 50s, I can report, going to be back mid to upper 50s, I would say. Tomorrow afternoon, mid to upper 70s once again. I have 75, but some places, especially to our south, could get a little bit higher than that. Perhaps a couple passing clouds, but for the most part, we are nice and we are dry. Feels nice to say that after such a weekend of mess across our area. Now, into this afternoon, we have seen some wind gusts up to around 25 to 30 miles per hour, mainly up to around 32 over in Wilmington. But this is such a big difference from what we had over the weekend, with some of those wind gusts between 40 to 50 miles per hour. We actually at home only saw around 25 to 30 miles per hour gusts as well earlier on today. Current wind gusts not even seeing much at all. I do want to show you what some of those wind gusts look like, so bear with me as I pull that up too. Max wind gusts that we've had today really in that 25 to 30 mile per hour window. But since this morning, we have started to calm down, and of course, those wind gusts have continued to die out. We really didn't see much rain over the weekend, despite all of that mist that we've had over Saturday and Sunday. The bulk of it was along the coastline. Rainfall just yesterday in our area specifically, you might have felt like a lot because of that mist, but we really didn't even get much. Only up to around a tenth of an inch or so. Raleigh, Durham, just over a quarter of an inch, and other places like Burlington, a little over a tenth of an inch. Same thing for our friends over toward Sanford. But you know what? It is much needed, and I'll be interested to see what the latest drought report looks like later on heading into Thursday when we get the latest drought map. So this is the drought monitor for right now. Abnormally dry conditions are going to take up 84% right now of North Carolina. Moderately dry conditions, a level 2 out of 5. That actually takes up around half, 41% of the state now. We are in dire need of some rainfall across the area. And that includes the Piedmont, although it has worsened a bit, especially toward our east, toward central North Carolina, over there toward Raleigh. Switching gears now, I want to show you the latest on the tropics. We're also continuing to track Tropical Storm Lorenzo. If you can believe it, we are now on the L name. It's located around a little less than 1,200 miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands. It has sustained winds, if you can believe it, at 50 miles per hour, although it is really poorly organized currently. It's moving northwest between 10 to 15 miles per hour. The good news with this system is it is looking like it's going to be a fish storm. When I say that, I mean staying out to sea, likely not even going to strengthen over the next couple of days as it continues to kind of move northwest. But of course, we'll continue to bring you updates on that. Hurricane names, again, that was Lorenzo. Next up is Melissa, and then we have Nestor on the list too. Remember, the Atlantic hurricane season began on June 1st. The peak of the season was over a month ago now on September 10th. So from here on out, just keeps on going down in that activity. And the end of the season isn't until November 30th. Another thing I wanted to talk about with you guys while I have you here locally is the current fall color that we have in the mountains. I know you've been starting to see some peaks of color throughout the Piedmont, but it really is starting to shine over toward the North Carolina mountains, where we're seeing some peaks, especially in mid to higher elevations across our mountains. And I wanted to share right here, our Tim Buckley's here, our chief meteorologist. He took this photo just this afternoon. Beautiful, and I'll take myself off the screen so you can really kind of enjoy this. It was beautiful right along the Blue Ridge Parkway. He took this earlier on this afternoon. Lots of beautiful colors with the oranges and with the reds. Gosh, it is just a beautiful scene out there currently. If you have time to get to the mountains, I highly recommend you go just in the next week or two while you're seeing those peak colors in the mid to upper elevations of the North Carolina mountains, and just enjoy that time and being able to see such a beautiful view, because remember, this only happens once a year where it really gets to that peak color where it's beautiful like that. 7-day forecast. Next couple of days, we're in the mid to upper 70s. Behind that cold front, we're going to start to cool off just a bit, back in the lower 70s for Thursday and Friday, before we warm up a bit for the weekend, right at around 80 degrees for Saturday, with some rain chances late Sunday night and into early on Monday. We'll be right back.